Hey, everybody, welcome to the daily update for Friday, November 21st, 2025. How crazy is it that Thanksgiving is already next week? How crazy was the action in the market this week, which we will get to? I'm jumping right into the daily update today because in the trading room this morning, I said, I've got an epic rant that I'm going to put in the daily update. And I did my epic rant and I looked at it and I said, this is stupid, and I threw it out. So I'm just going to do a mini rant before we get into the market action. The Lund loop is $300 a year. I charge $300 a year so that I can filter out the trolls that would come in here if it was a free service, but keep it low enough that it's affordable for pretty much everybody. Ever since I turned this into a paid service about 6 years ago, I not infrequently get emails like this. Hey, Brian, I'm a Lund Loop subscriber. I love your service. I love the community. I've learned so much, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to renew my subscription because I lost my job and I'm going through a really tough time financially. Or my kid is sick and I've got to spend all my time with them. Or I'm the sole caretaker for my elderly father who has Alzheimer's. Sometimes it's as stark as I've got cancer and I've got a long and uncertain road ahead. And every time I get an email like that, I reply the same way. Oh no, you're going to renew. It's just going to be comp. You take however much time you need. You do whatever you got to do to get financially back on 2 feet, to get you or your family healthy. And if you get to some point where you say, hey, Brian, I can pay for the subscription again, just let me know. And if you don't, we'll just keep it comp. Meanwhile, the community will still be here for you. Okay? We're not going anywhere. So you can dip in and out of the community as time allows you, as circumstances allow you to do. Okay. So again, $300 a year for the Lund Loop. And I do these specials around the holidays where I give new subscribers an opportunity to get a discount on their first year, right? Like I said, $300 I feel like is a pretty big deal, but some people just need a little incentive. They get their foot in the door, they find they really like it, and then when the next year comes around, they renew at the regular rate. Okay. But every time I have one of these specials, there's always some people that try to do some shenanigans, okay? They subscribe last year at the discount rate, and then they cancel their subscription before the next deal, and then they resubscribe at the discounted rate. Or they create a separate Substack email account, and they cancel their paid subscription at the discount rate, and they try to subscribe under a new email address at the other rate. They want this perpetual discount. And it's so stupid because I see it. I see it all happen on the back end. And I'll reach out and I'll say, hey, you know, that discount is only for the first year for new subscribers, and you have to renew at the regular rate, which I hope you do. And it's always like, oh, I didn't know. Is that how it works? Oh, yeah. And a lot of them will say, hey, is there any way you could give me that discount again? Or could I get, a deal? And, I've just decided I'm not doing this anymore. I'm really not. I've got a Black Friday deal coming up next week, starts on Wednesday. And I'm just going to say it right now. If I find anybody that already is in on the first year deal that tries to do that again, I'm just going to kick you out of this community. That's it. I'm just not doing this anymore. Again, $300 is such a steal. If you can't pay that, if you don't see the value in the Lund Loop, this probably is not the community for you. So anyway, I just want to get that out there. So if you are a free subscriber watching this, don't subscribe today. Don't subscribe this weekend. Don't subscribe on Monday or Tuesday. Wait for Wednesday. It's the Black Friday deal. It's the biggest discount I give all year long. It's for new subscribers, and it's for your first year, and I hope you take advantage of it because we've got a great community, and I think you will enjoy being a part of it. Okay, mini rant over. Let's go. Let's look at the market action. Okay, so in some ways, today's price action was marginally positive. In some other ways, it was the absolute worst price action that we could want today. Let's walk through that a little bit here. The first thing that I think is interesting is this is the third Friday in a row in which Friday has saved the market's ass. And each time it's been progressively weaker. So let me give you an example. This is the first time the market got saved on a Friday. We came down here from the all-time highs. We went into this 50 EMA and this lovely reversal hammer right there, which we talked about, getting long here, getting a pop on Monday and selling here. Last Friday, we held at that same level, right? So it's good that you held at the 50, but it wasn't as solid of a reversal here. We were off of the highs of the day. We couldn't get past resistance. So we had this wick here, and you can kind of see the difference, right? This was a picture perfect hold, and the next couple days we rallied. This was not such a great hold, and we gave way. Today we held again, but where are we holding? At a lower level than these two levels, and in just a much mushier, ambiguous way. I mean, look at this ugly ass candle with this big wick. We couldn't get back above the 8-day here. We're in the lower, 25%, certainly lower third of this massive reversal bar. We just kind of dead cat bounced off of this low here. The reason I say that this is probably the worst price action we could have asked for today is it's just the ambiguity that it gives us. What I would have loved to have seen is a massive cratering, maybe into this area, and then a reversal towards the end of the day. That would have given me some confidence that the final flush was in on this pullback. I would have also liked to see some things break, some hedge funds exploding, some derivative products blowing up, Kramer crying on TV, but we didn't get that. The other thing that we could have had is we could have had, a big up candle. Like we could have got something like this, right? Some ripper candle like this. Or if we even go back to the end of 2022, I think we got one in here, right? Let's see. Like this candle, right? Like this candle, or even something like this. But we didn't get that. We did not get that. So we're back in ambiguity land, and we're in a spot where we just don't have an edge. We could just as easily gap up 50 handles on Monday as we could gap down 50 handles, and that's not a great spot to be. So we did have higher volume on the up day, which I guess is kind of good. All right, let's go through. Actually, I forgot to do this last week. Let's take a look at the weeklies.